a podcast for a long time. And when we talked last week, and I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah,
So
man.
what gave you this idea?
It's actually been a few months into it. Actually, I got this idea more on the professional side.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
About last year. It's just been
Hmm.
I've just been procrastinating it, and I think I just didn't know where to start. But I think you hit the nail on the head. So
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, man, great. Let's
yeah.
give it a shot.
I'm glad. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did because you know what? This is a great opportunity for you to develop your commentary skills because I know you are very interested in doing some sort of commentary when it comes to cricket. So yeah, giving this a shot is an amazing thing. And
Yeah.
what better way to start than this tremendous feeling that we go into the series tomorrow with one of our old arch rivals, I would say. After the elation that we got beating Australia in Australia, and now comfortably sitting at our home ground and possibly once our version of Gabator. What do you reckon?
No, no, no. I'm not going there at all. I'm trying to stay as much away from that at all. Completely. To be
Okay,
honest, I'm just happy that we need to win the series by about at least with a difference of two. Otherwise, it's going to be
okay.
the Australia sneaking in. So,
Yeah, but
uh,
then do you reckon with Australia pulling out of the South Africa series, do you reckon they have any outside chance, I would say? Do, do
yeah,
you do
they
you think they
do.
might have?
Yeah, they do.
Hmm.
Basically, if India wins the series by only 1-0, or if it's a
Mm.
drawn series, it's Australia going through, not even England.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, because
Exactly.
when it involves all the rankings and ratings, all these permutations and combinations, they always make sense towards the end when you have the last couple of matches playing, and especially teams like India and
If it is a
Australia
drawn series,
involved.
it means
So,
it'll be
um, you
interesting.
know, um, England have done really well. I'm not, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from England.
Hmm.
They are by far, a very good side, to be honest.
Hmm.
But beating India in India at home, yeah, it is another task. It is a Herculean task, I would say.
Yep, yep. And I completely agree with a 3-1 scoreline, to be honest. But, it over the last few months, whatever we have predicted has actually come out completely on the wrong side. So
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong this time by not predicting, but I hope the scoreline
Uh-huh.
remains the same.
True. And we've seen great ex-cricketers, having a foot in their mouth when they predicted a clean whitewash,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
clean sweep, and then India beating Australia. So yeah, you're right. You don't want to be in a situation, but yeah. So what we are looking at is a well-fought series and series that gives results rather than tame draws. We're not looking at that. We are well past our drawn days, aren't we?
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you actually look at the form of both the teams, both are coming up
Hmm.
on the back of very strong wins. I mean, us
Absolutely.
coming back from Australia and they coming from Lanka. So it's pretty much
Hmm.
who's going to blink first and who can hold their ground steady. And it's the top order is the main key over here. The bowlers are there in plenty, but one interesting part is the Madras pitch, the Chennai pitch rather. It it holds strong for the first 1.5 days, and then you can see it deteriorating, wherein spinners come into the picture. So,
Hmm.
uh, if you ask me, my first opinion would be win the toss and bat first,
Oh, absolutely.
blindly.
Play out the first couple of hours, the first session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the Chepauk pitch. It does help the bowlers, and what I read in the papers here, now to give the users and the listeners a perspective, I'm located in Melbourne, and Narayan, my friend, is located in Chennai on ground, as they would say, ground zero, as far as this match is concerned. But yeah, so what I've read in papers here, they say that the Chepauk pitch this time, um, it is like an Australian pitch in India. So, it'll be interesting to see if bowlers get a good bounce and swing. Mind you, the weather plays a lot of important role as well with the humidity factor coming in, and the ball swinging. So there'll be a lot of questions asked, I would say. The bowlers will be asking a lot of questions, and you're right. Win the toss, bat first, and especially both the sides, they have some good stealth when it comes to the number three, number four. Who do you reckon is the player to watch?
Uh, I'll be curious to see if Siraj, Washi, and Kuldeep get a chance.
Oh, okay.
I would be
No, I
really
mean,
happy if Siraj gets a walk-in over Ishant,
mhm,
to be honest, for his performance.
mhm,
Give him a run
okay.
in, see how he fares.
Hmm.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying he should, but after what he's
Hmm.
performed, I think Ishant deserves to understand that he has to fight his place back in. He can't just walk back in. And that's
Hmm.
what these guys have just shown to everyone. And
Yep.
so for me, Siraj should definitely be in the playing 11. And
Hmm.
it is up to whether Kuldeep and Washi gets a chance because someone has to partner Ashwin, right?
Oh, right.
So,
Okay. Yep.
and especially
Hmm.
the Madras first two test matches pitches, it's a very spin friendly. So it all
Kuldeep.
depends on whether they give Jaddu. Jaddu definitely will be coming in. So it's a toss between Washi and Kuldeep.
Hmm.
And for some reason,
Hmm.
I think Kuldeep will be given a chance because of the fact that he completely missed the Australian tour. I mean, he was the only player who unfortunately couldn't play a single match compared to
Okay.
the rest of the everyone, the entire
Hmm.
squad actually over there.
Yep. Now, I was just checking the Indian squad. Unfortunately, um, Jadeja is not in the side because of his injury.
Ah,
For
okay.
the yep. So
Then yeah, Washi and
yeah,
Kuldeep
you're right.
both
Washington
well.
Sundar being an all-rounder, but in India, Kuldeep can be more lethal as compared to Washington Sundar. But my original question to you, I'll come back to it, was who is the player to watch out for? Do you think it's Joe Root? Is it Virat Kohli, Rishabh Pant, or is it Ben Stokes, the game changer? Who do you think? I'm talking in terms of this match only.
It's going to be the spinners.
Spinners,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm laying my
So
bet on Ravi and Moeen Ali.
right, okay. Okay, it'll be an interesting side to watch first.
Yeah.
What the squads would be. One important thing that you mentioned earlier, I wanted to touch base on that. It'll be a lot of going back and forth, especially when two enthusiasts are talking. Um, you said you were right when you said they beat Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka pretty comfortably and convincingly. So I wanted to add a point there. Does that make them, more more comfortable in the current Indian subcontinent type of pitches? Now that they've acclimatized themselves for the past 1 month or so, whereas India have flown from Australia used to the higher bouncy pitches, and then they'll have trouble getting back to the turn and low bounce. What do you think?
No, not at all. I mean, we are born to play on these pitches. So the moment we come out of the womb, we are just born to play on Indian pitches. So I don't think it
Yeah.
requires anything as coming back and getting back in the group. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
people who have not had much game time will need some practice. But
True.
you could clearly see the amount of injuries that is now piling up. It is no
Mm-hmm.
more the question of why the injuries. It's people have basically understood that these injuries are because of the last 8 9 months. People, you can't. Yeah, there's a difference between having being fit and being game fit. By going to
Hmm.
the gym and working out doesn't mean that you're fit. You're just keeping
Hmm.
yourself active. By being game fit, which none of these players are, is was evident in the way that every innings there was some injury from all the teams actually. To be honest, even Bill Pakowski, the dive that he made on his debut match got ruled out for that match and
Hmm.
the series. Even from the last match at the Gabba, even the amount of players that India were losing, you could clearly see that the players were only working out, but they were nowhere close to what game fit was, and that is
Um,
exactly what Judge showed. Even with today's, uh, I believe one of the players got injured. Yeah, Zach
and,
Crawley, but that was more like a fall
yeah.
outside the dressing room.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I would beg to differ on that. I mean, talking about game fit, match fit, it is a bit of a like a debatable topic, I would say, because there are the support staff, the physio, the trainers, who make sure that the players don't overwork out. That's the specific task that they have been asked to do. I mean, I'm not 100%
But
denying what you're
was
saying.
that being done during the lockdown time? I highly doubt that.
That what we are talking here is game fit in sense of what 2020 we had,
Yeah,
and because these are all professional sportsmen, and we expect them to be game fit
yeah,
every other day because that's
yeah.
what their life is. Unlike us, yes, to a certain extent, I would agree on that. But coming back to this match tomorrow,
Oh, do you
any
know there is a
this
certain person making his debut tomorrow? It's not a debut, but a debut of sorts. Yeah.
debut of sorts. I mean, is it one of the players or
Yep, yep, yep,
someone else?
yep.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about the English player?
No, I'll give you a hint.
Indian
It's
player.
from the Indian team. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It comes as a surprise to me because I thought I knew the team. This team that never uh, fails,
No,
never
you
fails to
don't need to
surprise.
Google it. I'll relieve you of
No, I'm
your
not googling. I'm
stress.
not googling it. I'm not googling it. I'm just looking at the squad that we have. Are you talking about Akshay Patel?
No, no, not at all. The playing 11 has still not been declared, but
Yeah, they have.
I do expect
Yeah.
him to play. And
Hmm.
as I said, it's not exactly a debut, but a debut of sorts.
All right. Okay. What is it? I mean, who is
So
it?
it is Bumrah's first match in India.
First match in India. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so it was Bumrah, but then I'm like,
17
nah, he's
matches
played
and he hasn't played in
all
India.
overseas. All overseas. Yeah.
17 matches
Pretty
and
interesting.
73 wickets, and none of those are in India.
Oh, wow, that'll be interesting to watch Jasprit
Yeah,
Bumrah.
maybe he's
And
more tense
and
than the rest of the team.
no, I don't think so. He's a leader of the pack. So I think he's
Maybe
taken
he needs
everything in his
acclimatization
stride.
of the Indian conditions.
Maybe, yeah. But he has Ishan to support him. That he did not
Yeah,
in the last series.
yeah.
But yeah, just coming back to the match tomorrow. Any final points before we wrap up?
Yeah, we have two uh, proud parents who are going to be playing for their respective countries.
Hmm.
Both coming
Yep.
back from paternity leaves. Virat versus
Yeah.
Burns.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
So
Alrighty.
yeah, it's
Okay.
an
Hmm.
interesting series. I believe it will be an interesting day as well. Thankfully,
Hmm.
we are in India with no rain in the horizon, so it's going to be a beautiful day of cracking test match.
That's
Yep,
good.
yep,
That's good. That's good. Okay. Um, so on that point, let's wrap it up here.
yep.
And it was a good chat. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Definitely, definitely.
Let's
I'm
have
sorry
this.
for this video quality, but I'm returning back. I'm in the car,
Okay.
so it's a bit
We,
shaky.
we'll learn on the go. We'll learn on the
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. Have a
Okay.
good night.
Bye
See
bye.
you, mate. Thanks. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.